Major Beats, the heavy hitter.
You have entered the doors to This Is Where Zap podcast, also known as Youre. So therefore, you are now affiliated. You are now family. Thank y'all for stopping by. We want you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also turn on post notifications so you know when we post our videos. Yes, we have dope content, so you will never ever miss it once you hit that bell. Thank y'all for stopping by. I go by the name of El Jefe. I'm your host, and I got my partner, my co-host, Shelly Baby, in the house. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Major Beats, the heavy hitter.
Oh!
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How y'all feeling out there? It's your boy El Jefe, and I got my co-host, and she goes by the name of, drum roll please.
Baby.
Yeah. Hope everybody's doing good out there on this marvelous Monday morning. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I know I sure did. It was a chill weekend. How was your weekend, Shelly, baby?
My weekend was fantastic.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
absolutely fantastic. I just chillaxed, spent time with one of my girls.
Right.
We went out and celebrated, something special.
That's good. The weekend was pretty too. We didn't have no rain Saturday or Sunday, so it was beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
It was a little windy.
Well, yeah, it was.
A little
windy.
windy.
Yeah, it was. It was windy.
But
Right.
it was still nice. Yeah.
Right. Mhm. So to today's topic, right? We're talking about men that aren't sure if they have good women in their lives. Like, how do you know when you have a good woman? How do we know as men when we have a good woman? I know now. I didn't know then. But I know now. If I saw a good woman, I can pick her out. I really can pick a good woman out. I don't have one yet, but, I can pick one out. And matter of fact, there are plenty good women out there, guys. Just letting you know, there are plenty good women out there.
There are plenty of good men out there, ladies.
There are plenty of good men like me.
They are out there.
Other men too. There are plenty of good men out there. So don't let what society is saying, what other people out there are, just all guys are dogs and all women's are hoes, and don't go for that. There are good women out here. I know a few of them. But like we said, the topic: do men really know when they have a good woman? That's what we're going to be hitting on today. So how do you feel about that, Shelly? What do you think about that? Do you think?
Well, personally,
Yeah, go ahead. Take it away.
Personally, I think good men recognize when they have a good woman.
Right.
Good men of character. Yes. Men who are out there playing the field and playing games and vetting options upon options. No.
Right.
Now that's not to say that they can't recognize a good woman, but oftentimes they don't really know that they have a good woman or had a good woman until actually, when she walks away, when she leaves, when she has taken upon her power and said, okay, enough is enough. And she has left the building.
Right.
That's typically when he acknowledges the fact that he lost a good woman.
Right. And most times, when it comes to that, it's either two things. We get comfortable with having that person around. Not saying we take advantage, but we sometimes get comfortable.
Yeah, sometimes it is. You take advantage or take for granted.
You'll take for granted.
Right.
You take for granted sometimes because, it's like this person is always around to cook out dinner, clean the house. We kind of have a little selfishness to it. We kind of get a little selfish. we kind of forget, that they need to be catered to as well. So it's like we're getting all the good treatments from them, but it's like when they want something done or want to go somewhere, it's like, well, I don't really feel like it. You always want to go somewhere. You want to do it. Sometimes, that's how we get sometimes. Like I said, I used to be that way in the past. I'm speaking from experience on my side. I've had some good women, in my life. Two of my past, this was like a long time ago that I let go. But I did it for good reasons because I knew I wasn't ready for them. I had to understand and put it in my mind. Like I didn't really want to let them go, but I had to because, you know, um, me and one of my exes, we broke up, but we remained friends and we still hung out, and had some other activities going on, but we weren't together.
Kind of activities.
I can't say all that on here, but and I ended up meeting somebody else, but she was really cool. So it was like, I didn't want to hurt her feelings, but I knew like, dang, I don't want to let her go because I think, when it's time for me to, want to get serious, she would be the ideal person to be with. So I end up just, you know what, I don't want to hurt her. Let me just go ahead and let her know that, her and I can remain friends because I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. She got married and I wouldn't say I was hurt, but I was just looking at myself like, dang, that could have been me. That could have been me with
You
her.
were hurt.
I was a little hurt, not a lot, just a little, just a little hurt. But
Just
you
a
know
little
what?
bit.
Everything I look at it like everything is God's timing. When it comes to
Hmm.
people and relationships, it's God's timing. You shouldn't be a part of someone's life if you're not ready. If you're not going to be loyal, faithful, um, committed. Don't play with anybody's feelings. But again, most men know when they have a good woman. I'm gonna say this: most men do know when they have a good woman. It's just they take them for granted, like we said earlier. And sometimes we get comfortable, thinking that they're always going to be around. But when a woman's fed up and she gets tired of not being appreciated, she's always going to find an exit. She's going to give you a warning,
Absolutely.
and you got to see those warnings.
Plenty of
There's
warnings,
warning
I might
signs.
add.
Like I said, I've been around a lot of women my whole life, so I had to learn, and sometimes you got to learn the hard way. You lose somebody
Hmm.
that you really care about, and like I have some selfish ways. And I tell people in every relationship, there's not just one person that did wrong. Two people have to do something wrong. I'm not saying your wrong is just as bad as my wrong, but it's always a two-way street when it comes to a relationship because it's a learning process and there's another process of trying to compromise. And some people don't know how to compromise. And then some people don't learn from the mistakes that they have. Like, you've been with someone a year, you guys go through situations, you all just like, what? Since we can't get it right, we might as well just depart. How can we work this out? How can we fix this? I'll do whatever it takes to make this work. And that's my thing, is being able to be a partner to the person you would, like a business partner. You want to make sure your business strive and gets to its highest potential. The same thing you should do in your relationship. You want to make sure you got ways to fix whatever obstacles that you go through. You want to make sure you're able to sit down right at that minute when you get upset with each other. Hey, babe, you know what? We shouldn't be like this. We need to sit and talk. Let's talk about this. But nowadays, when people get mad, they're ready to end a relationship. So most women, they get mad, they get upset, and in our minds, when I was at that age, I didn't care. It's like, okay, you get upset, you'll be all right the next day. It'll be okay. So that
Yeah.
became like a trending thing for me. Like, okay, she mad, she get over it, she'll be all right. But not knowing when they get mad, like, okay, well, she's already planning in her head. 'Cause, women always stay 10 steps of men. 10 steps ahead of men, I should say. So it's just one of those things where you just have to figure out. Like I said, when men get to a certain age, I think like 35, I'm going to say my group around my age when I was 35, I knew at that time what I wanted. It took a minute, but I knew what I wanted. And that's why I am the way I am now because I'm like, I want me a clear Huxtable. And I'm always going to say this. Anytime we talk about future relationship, I'm gonna say I want me a Claire Huxtable. That's the type of, even though it's television, sitcom or whatever. But I think that's the ideal
Be
woman,
realistic.
the
That can be
ideal wife.
realistic.
Yeah, it can. But I'm saying some people might be like, oh, that's just for television. That's scripted, and women aren't like men. I'm saying men probably thinking that way, but there are good women out there like that. They have that that mom wife type love, and that's what good men look for. That's what we like. That's what I like. The good guys, we want someone that we can see ourselves with for a long term, not short term. We want someone that's going to come home and be home, be a family, you know, and that's it. But the key to it all is, um, for us fellas, just make sure that you are ready when you get involved with the woman, and understand that the grass is never greener. We can look at looks and see a woman with a beautiful body, pretty face, pretty smile, intelligent, and we go googly eyes all over them. But you might see someone that's not really that attractive. Um, I mean, it's about the inside. Hold on, I gotta see how you are on the inside, because see, that look is gonna fade. The look's gonna fade at some point, but that
Which that takes
inside is gonna
time.
tell me who you really are, how you treat
And
me,
that
how you
takes
treat your
time.
family. Right? Exactly.
Mhm.
I'm listening.
But I was going to say, you made a valid point a few minutes ago when you were being transparent. You said, you were just being selfish at that particular time. And I think we live in a different type of climate now as far as relationships or connections are concerned. Of course, now the new trend is side piece and
Right.
sneaky links and that sort of thing. Um, but I always say that instead of being selfish, and just telling people what you think they want to hear or need to hear in order to keep them at your grabs, I think it's just important to just be honest and tell people what it is that you want or don't want. If you're not ready for a relationship, stop pretending like you are.
Exactly.
Just bottom
Exactly.
line, just
Yes.
stop pretending, because basically it's all a game to you. And what happens in the midst of all of that, you playing games, is you're hurting someone. And after a certain period of time, the more um, a person gets hurt, whether it's by the same person or by multiple people, they become bitter, they become hardened,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you see a lot, walking around, people who are just cold now because they don't know who to trust,
Right.
so that's why I think it's very, very important to be honest about what it is that you want. If you're not ready for a relationship, speak on it. If you're not ready to get married, speak on it. I mean, and don't do it if you're not ready. I mean, if you want to play the field and just, explore your options, be honest about that as well.
Right.
If you're with someone that you just so happen to like, you just say, "Hey, I'm dating other people. I hope you are, whatever." And like, I think we discussed this before, where if you just so happen to meet someone that you really do like,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't know when that time happens, but if you do happen to meet someone that you really do like, be honest with those other people and cut it off. That's it. I mean, just don't embark on anything that you're not ready for. And that's just my
There you go.
yeah,
That's true.
that's my resolve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's true. That's 100% facts. I like the way you put that. Like the
Yeah.
way. Give Shelly Baby a round of applause for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that's all we got to say on that topic. You know, just be transparent, be honest, and if you're not ready to be in a relationship, let her know. Just let her know. You want to be friends? Let her know. I just want a friendship. That way, you won't feel bad later on about hurting someone, because everybody have a conscience. At some point, you're gonna think about all the things you did to that person. Whatever you did to her, it's gonna come back to you. So just understand that karma does come back around. And I don't like hurting people. You know, um,
On that karma.
huh?
So you better speak on that karma.
Yeah, karma comes back around. Sometimes it come back around twice. You know. So thank y'all for tuning in to This Is Where It's At podcast. I am your boy El Jefe, and give it up for my co-host. She goes by the name of
Shelly Baby.
Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in to This Is Where It's At podcast, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Oh yeah, hold on. We got one thing to say. We have a big announcement to make in a couple of weeks. So you don't want to miss that. And it involves some moolah and a prize, a big prize. I'm talking about a really nice prize. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be talking about that soon. And we out.